about?
All hail Pontius Pilate!
Help! Ow!
Is there a problem here?
Judas is trying to recant.
Hold up a minute, who?
Judas Iscariot from the Jesus of Nazareth crew.
His crew!
This stinky motherfucker right here.
Jesus is an innocent man. Please, please.
Should we stop whooping ass now?
He's innocent. Please, please, Jesus.
Oh, come on now, Judas. Them saying who said... Them saying Jim... Hold up a sec. Yo, Kurt, what they call themselves?
Sanhedrin, sir.
Right. Now, Judas, them saying head sons done paid you 30 pieces of silver now. That's 4 months' wages. That ain't no sugar fee.
I made a mistake. Please, please. You don't understand, man.
I understand perfectly. You sold out your brother, so now you feel guilty. So you trying to walk up in here talking about, oh, it was dark and I kissed the wrong motherfucker, but we Romans, man. Romans don't dance that song.
I'm recanting.
You can't recant. Hey, fella. Remember the last time I strolled up in here talking about I recant? Ah, believe me, J. Crew, you do not want to do that. What you need to do is relax, brother. Take the wife into a puppet show or something. Because this ain't nothing but a little PR opportunity before the holidays, that's all.
But he's innocent. Please, please.
Hey now, listen, Judas. We don't give no good goddamn about this Jesus boy. He's just a motherfucker talks a lot of shit. Everybody talks shit. Even I've been known to talk a little shit on him once in a while. Thing is, we ain't trying to lay down no heavy charge on that Nazareth boy. We're just gonna beat down his ass a little, make them say, who's you McCall Tappy, so we can all live in peace. I mean, don't you want to live in peace, Judas? Ain't that what it's all about? Yeah. Well, okay then. I mean, shit, after all, brother, ain't like we looking to crucify the motherfucker.
The defense calls Pontius Pilate to the stand.
I object.
On what ground?
On the grounds that it is objectionable.
Overruled.
But really, Your Holiness, it is objectionable. I sense it, although I cannot put it into words.
Overruled.
Name? Pontius Pilate.
Pontius Pilate?
Ooh, that's right, baby.
But are you a licensed pilot?
Sit down, I'll find you.
Judas came down to your attention to recant his testimony, correct?
On the advice of counsel, I cite my right to plead the Fifth Amendment.
You then told Judas that Jesus was only going to receive a beatdown, correct?
On the advice of counsel, I cite my right to plead the Fifth Amendment.
You were bear responsibility for the death of Jesus Christ, not Judas, but you. Is that not so?
On the advice of counsel, blah, blah, blah. Your Honor, I got a 2 p.m. tea time. Can I go now?
Come on, Pontius, this ain't gonna take long.
Judas came to your office and begged you on bended knee to take the money and release Jesus. He tried to return the money first to the Sanhedrin and then to you. Do you deny that?
Hey, if I'd messed up as bad as that cat had, I would have tried to rebate them ducats too.
Oh, so you admit that Judas did try?
No, I do not admit that he tried. Did you hear me admit that?
We all know what happened, Pilate. We just saw the tape.
Ain't nothing on that so-called tape implicates me of doing nothing but trying to find a peacefully, non-lethal solution to potentially incendiary problem.
Right. You were the 5th prefect of Judea, correct?
Correct.
A prefect being what?
Governor. Also known as procurator. My official title was hegemon.
Hegemon?
Translated from the Greek, it means excellency.
Hail Pilate!
I see. And you governed or procurated over Judea from 26 to 36 AD, correct?
Yeah, longest 10 years of my life.
Why do you say that?
You ever been to Judea, miss? It ain't Paris, France, believe that.
I see.
Yeah, that Moses must have read the map backwards, misplaced his bifocus or something, because if that was the promised land, shit. Them Jews should have held out for a better promise.
Yeah, you didn't care for Judea much, huh?
Cared for it? It was the armpit of the empire, if you ask me. There's no atmosphere, nothing. It was hot, dirty, dusty, flies everywhere, complete lack of culture and amusement. I'd rather spend 10 years up inside the crack of my ass, but Augustus ordered me to keep the peace there, so I obeyed my emperor and did my duty.
And you kept the peace.
The Pax Romana, baby, the prime directive, that's right.
And under your rule, how was the peace kept in Judea?
By any means necessary.
Violently?
Violently or otherwise, they was free to have it any way they wanted.
According to Philo of Alexandria, who wrote about you in 41 CE, your tenure as governor was known for its constantly repeated executions without trial, wanton injustices, wrath, and ceaseless and grievous cruelty. Care to comment?
No, I do not.
during your reign as procurator in Judea, how many deaths would you say that you ordered?
A lot. Don't apologize for them either. Them Jews was rowdy.
Rowdy?
That's right. Rowdy. As in, not docile, as in a motherfucker had to put his foot down.
And you put it down, didn't you?
Damn, Skippy, I did. Orders from Rome. What's a brother to do?
During your time in Judea, how many crucifixions would you say that you ordered?
A lot less than my predecessor, that's for damn sure. That motherfucker would crucify a semi for yelling fire at a barbecue. Never go buck wild from jump. Me, I reduced crucifixions in Palestine by 70%, and now that's documented.
Well, that is lovely, Mr. Pilate. I'll direct you to answer the question that I posed to you.
Which was what?
How many crucifixions did you preside over during your time in Jerusalem?
I'd say a few hundred, give or take.
Over 700 crucifixions during your time in Judea. Does that sound about right?
Sounds good to me.
And you publicly washed your hands on how many of them, Mr. Pilate?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, other than Jesus of Nazareth, out of over 700 crucifixions and countless executions, did you ever, in any other instance, attempt to publicly wash your hands and abdicate responsibility for your actions, Mr. Pilate?
I don't recall.
You backpedaled because you knew it was wrong, didn't you?
Romans don't have back pedals.
You knew Jesus was a holy man or a fool, but whatever he was, you believed him when he said that his kingdom wasn't on earth, didn't you?
Oh, see, now, I don't recall that conversation.
Oh, you don't recall that conversation? You know what, Mr. Pilate, why don't you say that again so I can slap a perjury charge on you? You ordered the death of Christ. You and you alone, and yet you pawned it off on Jesus' reticence, Judas' impetuousness, the rowdiness of the Jewish people, the politics of the Sanhedrin. Isn't that the case, Mr. Pilate? Yes or no?
Hey, look, you can go on squawking if you want to. My conscience is clean. What you need to do is take it up with them Jews.
Right. Were the high priests of Jerusalem authorized to issue death sentences?
No, they were not.
Was King Herod authorized to issue death sentences?
No, he was not.
What about the Jewish people themselves? Were they free to issue death sentences at their whim and fancy?
No.
One man, Mr. Pilate, in all of Judea, one man had the power to put another man to death. Who was that man, Mr. Pilate?
Am I on trial here? Because last time I checked, it was your client Judas Iscariot freezing his narrow ass off in the ninth circle of hell, not me.
My client recanted with a remorseful heart, and he was ignored.
And you need to take it up with them Jews, not me. I mean, this ain't some new theory I'm introducing to you. It's documented. Ain't no Sherlock Holmes, Nancy Drew mystery here, lady. Them Jews was cantankerous, ornery. They worshipped the jealous, angry, and vengeful God, and guess what? Surprise, surprise. They became angry, jealous, and vengeful themselves. I never had a problem in Judea. It wasn't caused by no account, rabble-rousing Jew. Believe me, sister, you need to take it up with them, not me.
It's always about the Jews, Mr. Pilate, isn't it?
Well, as sure as shit was in Judea, miss it.
You want to know what I really think, Mr. Pilate? I think this whole story about you hemming and hawing about what to do with Jesus is just a load of made-up crap written by some Jewish Christian evangelists seeking to broadly appeal the Jesus story to the Roman Empire. Because there was nothing that we know about you, Mr. Pilate, absolutely nothing that suggests for even a second that you would have a passing hesitation about putting any Jew to death, let alone Jesus, who was being proclaimed the Messiah, who had entered the city of Jerusalem to crowds of cheering supporters, and who the very next day incited a riot at the temple. You hated your assignment. You hated Judea, and Mr. Pilate, you hated Jews. Hated them. You hated them because they contested you. You hated them because they fought back. Ooh, you hated them because they clung to the religious beliefs and were willing to die for them. But most of all, I think you hated them because you knew they were stronger than you, and I think that bothered you a great deal. I think Mr. Pilate made you feel vengeful and resentful and furious. I think it made you feel small and inadequate. I think it gave you skin irritations and nervous tics. I think it made you count the days until you could return to the safe bourgeois comfort of Rome. That is what I think, Mr. Pilate. I think you were hiding behind historical inaccuracies and outright lies. I think you're a liar and a fraud. And when Jesus was put before you that morning, you didn't see a Messiah or a prophet or a lunatic or an innocent. You did not even see a human being. What you saw before you that morning was just one poor Jew, and you did not hesitate. Why would you? You did not wash your hands, Mr. Pilate. History did it for you. Isn't that true?
I think I've had enough.
You were a man, Mr. Pilate. You told him to the truth.
No. The truth? Whose truth are you talking about, girlie? Truth is, I was named a saint in the Ethiopian church. Truth is, I was named a martyr for the Christian church in 348 AD. That's the damn truth.
Christian martyr?
Just better, girlie.
Well then, I guess that's what they mean by history being a lie agreed to.
What you know about what's the truth and what's a lie? What you know about my history? All you's got is some book written 4 different ways about 4 different Jews wasn't even there in the first place. And what you know about my life after Palestine? What you know about what I might have did or didn't do when I got back home to the motherland? That's right. You don't know Jack, do you? They didn't write that part of the story down, did they? Should I tell you what? You and your presumptuous nature reminds me more and more of my ex-wife, Rhonda. Every minute to believe me, that ain't no compliment. Yes, I met that Jesus boy. Seemed like a fine fellow, dressed like a hobo and smelled like a goat. But you give the boy a shave and a shower, and it would have basically been all right. I'll tell you something else. Unlike Judas, that Nazarene boy had character. He didn't come up on me groveling, begging, crying like a bitch. He faced me like a man, like a Roman almost, and that impressed me. I was willing to just have him clubbed in his head for a couple hours, redirect his youthful energies, but them Jews, they wasn't having none of that. So you could say what you want to, think what you want to, but them Jews was fixing to pitch a fit until that boy was served up for lunch like chicken on the skillet. And they had the numbers on us that weekend, 200,000 strong, conversion on the city for their high holidays, ready to rumble at the drop. See, now I did what I had to do to preserve the damn peace. And why? Because that was my damn job. I did my job. I did my damn job, and now you want to call me a liar? Question my veracity and my character? I am a Roman lady. 100%, 24/7, we never fucking close. Underneath my ball sack, it's stamped Veritas. And that means